Hello. It's been one of those mornings where just on the absolute 3D plane of logistics, like one thing changes, one appointment has to go here, and then everything else reconfigures. It opens up this pathway, it shuts off that pathway. And it's a very intricate, it's not, the logistical part of it seems like a mechanistic thing. If I have to pull this lever, then these things will drop, and so I don't really know what that's all about. Except that in a funny way for me, even though things were canceled, I couldn't do it this way, I was put on waiting list, blah, 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 it actually, I think, turned out for the best in the end. And, I get to do this instead of what I was sort of slotted to do. So I'm glad to be here. And let's see where it goes. This is a new deck that was gifted to me by a friend of mine. It's called the Radiant Tarot. And she's a very lovely friend, long-term, dear friend who understands the Wa, the Almighty, the Spirit that works with us and through us. Justice card, Major Arcana card of Libra, of balance and clarity in a relationship. And here they have it looks like either the flame and the feather. The thing that looks like a flame also rather looks like a heart, like heart and mind in balance, maybe. It's kind of an idealized sword energy, to do with the mind, an idealized thing to aspire to, this kind of balance. But there's something about the light as a feather aspect. Like this one, the red one looks to be heavy, whether it's a heavy heart or a heart on fire or something like that. Here it's like, go lightly. Go lightly, child, go lightly. What's that mean? Maybe the heavy heart being recalibrated? Knight of Swords. Again, sword energy. Somebody has discovered something or says something that kind of recalibrates something that was out of balance. Some relationship that was out of balance. So somebody wants to kind of chime in with their own truth. They're on the move. They're willing to take an action to kind of, prove themselves. They're on the move. Nine of Pentacles. This might be towards somebody who's good who's good, like they're living their life. They're not imbalanced. There's somebody, this Nine of Pentacles person is somebody who can hold their own. They're not, a word from somebody that is challenging or something will not knock this Nine of Pentacles person off their pins. If they have a moment of disequilibrium, they come back into that balance point place quite quickly. They have mental clarity. So I'm not quite sure if it's a air energy person reaching out to a earth energy person who's good on their own. and the air energy person is trying to correct some sort of imbalance. And I don't think they need to. You know, the Nine of Pentacles person is like living their best life. Star card under Justice, another big major arcana card of air energy. This is Aquarius. This is a card of healing, and here we have the bird in the bathtub. It's like a purification or a cleansing energy offered by somebody's psyche to that person, like in the form of a message maybe from another person. It's sort of like spirit speaks. It's some kind of purification, maybe a ritual. I don't know. This is the heron in the tub. I take a bath almost every day. I just love it. Partly because if I stand up in the shower, I might fall down. So I would rather be sitting. But this is a card of great stability. This person's stability may have been tested in some way. Something's being cleansed. Knight of Wands. Well, this could come in and disturb the stability. Could interrupt this person's healing process. This is a bit of a scattered energy. You know, a bit immature, a bit impulsive, a bit like here, really, you know, off of their wand are all these little kind of energetic vibrations. Whatever it is, that's what the Knight of Wands is trying to do, Wands energy. But there's protection all around. Protection all around. It's Aquarian energy. It's about the collective or the innermost light that someone has into their own destiny. What is this Knight of Wands doing? It seems rude to me. Fool. Aries, Wands energy. The first card in the major arcana. In that same Wands energy. Fool is a new beginning, a willingness to take a risk. I really don't get I don't get a good feeling off of this card. It's like somebody, we had that, I think it was yesterday, somebody trying to provoke a certain response. So two knights. One that's about clarity and communication, and the other that's about sort of like carelessly trying to provoke something. And then the new path of the Fool. I'm really confused here. Lots of major arcana energies, real shifts like seismic, the tectonic plates in the psyche are doing another shift, big time. And somebody may be kind of trying to put it back in the box. I mean, usually Knight of Wands energy could be somebody jumping out of the box, you know, impulsive, let's do it this way. But here, because it's sort of poking at the star energy, the energy of healing and rebirth and guides and so on. I think somebody's fighting it. This Knight of Wands is like, there's blowback, or they're resisting the healing. What is this about? Okay. Okay, on the Star card, we have the Eight of Swords. In sword energy, this Aquarian energy. But here it's the trap, the mental trap. Some ideas that have been holding this person back, you know, really the caged bird. I know why the caged bird sings, says Maya Angelou. And, you know, here's the free-flying, transformative energy that somebody may feel trapped, or rather think they're trapped, sword energy. But there's something transformative happening. That's healing. That's cleansing. I think this person may have to go through some sort of, like a ritual, something that they can do in 3D, like a ritual cleansing, which just means with an intention, you know. I take this bath to clear away my negative energy, or whatever it is. A good thing to do in the new year. On Fool, Seven of Swords. That's deception. That's a lie or a misinformation. We have Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. Well, it's taking a leap away from that. It's sort of like, I don't know what the future holds, but I'm not going to live in a lie. Seven of Swords. I'm not going to deceive myself or anybody else going forward. It's a new me. Okay. Why the Knight of Wands, please? Strength. Again, in fire energy. So we have Aries and we have Leo. This is courage. And to my mind, it tends to be a synthesis card, often like in cooperation with other people or with another person. You make each other feel stronger. It's it's things coming together and coalescing, coming into rhythm with one another. It makes you stronger. Perhaps to leave a life behind that was full of denial, or you were gullible, you believed what people said even when you knew, sword energy, they weren't really trustworthy. You wanted to believe the lie, but you're cleansing of that. You're healing that. You're getting stronger. You're going to set off on a new footing. Somebody is. Tell us about justice. Chariot. Boy, we're getting a lot of hard-hitting energies here. This is emotional growth that allows for forward movement. And sometimes it shows the chariot with the two horses or whatever pulling it. Here it's all under one roof, or one it's interesting because it has the lion again. It's some kind of mastery. Emotional growth, emotional forward movement, emotional balance, which is another thing that the Chariot means. The balanced energy that allows for forward movement. And we have the balance again in this scale, the Libra scales. So it's somehow like a combination of heart, mind. And remember I said I thought that this was, the red thing was a heart? I still don't know. It has many ventricles sticking out of it. Heart-centered, right? Heart-centered. Chariot, a card of Cancer, of water energy. About connections. So there's been an incredible shift here with all this sword energy that was so challenging. There's this cleansing and clarity. There's this strength and warmth and working with the universe as well as with somebody else in sync in a way that empowers you both. It's not about lies. It's not about trapping somebody or provoking or being erratic. It's really something very stabilizing has happened. And it may be the result of this person leading their authentic life. Step by step, day by day. 3 of Wands. Opens the future. You know, they're not erratically going after something. They're emotionally aligned. They're emotionally balanced, mentally balanced. And that makes them stable in their own self. The 9 cards speak to the personal. This is somebody who's grounded and stable in their own life. And that opens up a future. It's a good place to manifest from, that's for sure. If you're needy or feeling like you're living the wrong life or something, you can't really manifest a future that's going to be bright, that's going to be intentional and creative. But from this stable place, it's like it opens up new vistas. We've got the ship in the harbor, the ship's coming in. It's optimistic. It's this energy. I'd say there's some kind of synergy, you know, there's some kind of blend on the way. Somebody who can match you in their independence, their balanced state of mind, their balanced heart. They may have been through it. They may have been like held in place a long time by listening to what others had to say or believing some, you know, bullshit that other people were putting down because somebody was not telling the truth. And it held somebody back. I know why the caged bird sings. Like somebody's going, perhaps an air sign, from this trap to this crystal clarity. That cleansing. Like they're shaking off the lies, the false beliefs. So, Knight of Swords, there's a message coming in. Oh my God. Oof, 10 of Swords. We're getting all the, 7, 8, 10 of Swords. This Knight of Swords person, perhaps an Aquarius, is closed out a cycle that was painful and had them just about down for the count. They want to express that. But the miracle is somehow out of this awful ending comes mental and emotional balance. Like this was something that had to end. Had to. It was almost like DOA, you know. But there's this renewal. It's like DOA and then poing up comes. This is the baby of the tarot. This is the beginning of the journey. The willingness to begin. The willingness to take the risk. And to basically, as I see Fool energy, this particular aspect of Aries is to leap into your own life. You know, wholeheartedly. Like, take me. I'm done overthinking myself into collapse. I'm done with all the crap sword energy. I just am not going to do that to myself anymore. I'm brand new. I'm brand new. Is it this one? Yes. Two of Wands. Well, there's a choice. There's a crossroads. Two of Wands, Three of Wands. This is usually like the ask, the prayer. Which way do I go? Guide me, please. And in comes an answer. In comes an answer. And it involves two. You know, the synthesis of two things, or of two people coming into, they may have supported each other in the psyche all this time, you know, through some really, I think each person had a lot of things to figure out, a lot of the need to free themselves from situations that had them hemmed in. All right, I'm sorry, I have to take a couple on the Two of Wands because I don't really get it. Can you tell us about the Two of Wands, please? Is it that one? World. Is it this one? Queen of Cups. Well, I think it's a decision to close out a cycle, to enter into a new phase that you're at your deepest level ready for. Capricorn energy, you've done the work. You're ready to pass through this portal. You know, you're open-hearted, you're ready and willing to love. But it's an elevated, you know, it's an elevated love. It's a big deal. This is the last card in the Major Arcana. Fool is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's like a full cycle in the psyche, a psyche cycle. And what it opens up is new love, balanced love, forward movement based on, you know, if there was an imbalance before, that cycle is done. It hurt and it's over. And that might be the message coming into you from this other person, maybe a Libra, saying, we can begin on a new footing. Fool to the World card, like a love that really goes the distance, based on balance and authenticity, based on the fact that we can stand alone. You know, if the relationship ends for whatever reason, because swords can speak to reasons, you know, arguments or if a relationship ends for whatever reason, I'm good on my own. And I have a vision of the future that's optimistic, Three of Wands. Because I know the difference, you know, between what's real and what's not real, between what's balanced and what's not balanced. And it may have been a hard-won wisdom, but it's yours. You're capable of love on a whole new level, based on decisions that you've made, questions you've asked, and the willingness to Two of Wands, the questions you've asked, which way do I go? And your willingness to receive the answer, Three of Wands. You know, here it comes. I'm open to it. Is that it? That's it. I mean, I love it that we have the Fool and the World, the first and the last card in the major arcana. This is a really big cycle in Capricorn time, right now. The closeout of the year. Based on some decision you made. It's going to change everything. And it's very positive. It's very cleansing. It's very empowering. We have on the board Libra in the Justice card. Actually, Virgo and Nine of Pentacles. Cancer in the Chariot, emotional balance. Capricorn in the World card. Aquarius in the Star card. Leo in the Strength card. Aries in Fool. There's something about like lifetime after lifetime, a kind of refining it, sort of grist for the mill. Yeah. Like this reading. Again, I keep getting this timing business of the end of the year. 10 of Swords, World card. Whatever, like, mind-blowing, maybe things you thought were a complete betrayal, that's over. You're not going to have to, like, question whether somebody's going to stick it to you. 10 of Swords, deliver some kind of betrayal death blow. You're moving away from that because the Chariot card is just moving on with emotional balance. If something ended and ended badly, let that happen. It's a kind of cleansing. And that Star card, the healing energy of Aquarius, is very loud here. It's almost like it's safe to come out. You're free, that butterfly image I was hearing when we played hide and seek as kids, that somebody would call, Ollie, Ollie, outs and Frio, and you could all come in safely to the home base. It's safe. It's safe to come home. I'll see you next time.